Would I consider haka a dance? It's a performance. It's a ritualistic dance, I guess you could say. But haka is one, poi is another form of movement, of traditional dance movement. Mahi a rehia, which is like rakau using your wrists. Where I come from, women stand very tall, standing high. We're quite compact in our actions. Whereas men, they stand open to the earth and they have a lot more stability in their stance. What I understand is that there's a shimmer of light that is in the air during summertime when it's really, really hot, that's just above, hangs out above the ground. While that's happening, there's a small little kind of wind spinning around that heat. My grandfather used to say that it was te haka a tāne rore, the dance of tāne rore. And tāne rore was the god of performance. And he would dance with the summertime. The season of summer, we consider that a female. So this male dancer and this female dancer would dance together. How we manifest that is through our hands, but we do this action called a wiri. And a wiri represents the shimmer of that heat wave. There's a frequency that can only be drawn to, or that you can draw from, when your body is alive. And so in order for your body to be alive, you kind of open it up by doing this action. Yeah, that's how tipuna.
As a Niuean, when we start to talk about dance, we can separate some things based on male, female, and then we can talk about perhaps traditionally how we may dance, and then now adding in for some contemporary influences, how some of the dances have evolved. When male and female are dancing together, singing and dancing and got actions, then typically females will sit on the ground, usually in front. Behind them will be the males, they will stand. And then when we're doing action songs, typically the actions may mirror. So whatever, if the girls are doing this, the males behind them are doing the same, but they're standing up. That's, I guess, a basic summary of how Niue people dance together. From my knowledge, words, actions like this, the word sipa comes to mind. To me, sipa means this idea of sway and turn, and so these actions come at play, and we would consider that as somewhat very Niuean actions. Then there was this woman choreographer of a group, and she was like, "Why are you guys doing like this?" She's like, "No, it's like this, you know," and it's like this and this. It's just like, you know, I never look and go, "There's different," but for her, she was like, "No, who's doing this?" And so when we look, it's just like all like that. It's just like, yeah.
So for dancers, in Kayan we call them ngajar. Yeah, in my dialect it's ngajar. So the male dance, the kajar lake, it's a show of male gallantry, prowess, and agility. You're imitating the hornbill as it moves slowly, as it starts to flap its wing, like a bird just flying around, just soaring. When it's perching on the branches, jump here a bit and there. Sometimes it's a show of an admirable figure of man, with your sword, with your shield. The women, sometimes they have this sort of a decorative hand decoration. We call it kirim. These are made out of hornbill feathers. The female dance are much more graceful. Again, imitating the bird, soaring in the air, doing circles. You don't smile. And again, on all this dance from male and female, you don't smile because you're complementing the music. It's just you're showing your passion for the music, your passion in your dance. You're just so into it, you just go and move with the music.
In the Cook Islands, we have what we call ura, and it simply means dance, really. And the ura is different for both the male and female. So for the women, it's their hips that sways side to side, and the shoulders are it doesn't move, but the hands and all the movements happen. Yeah, it is a very sensual type of dancing. For the men, it's the knees knocking together. So if it's an action song, which is our kaparima, the words of the song depicts what the movements will be or what the action will be. So birds, for example, so it would be about whether it's flying or it's doing the bird movement. And for the women, it'll be quite elegance in the way they move, and then for the men it'd be quite tough. You know, like if it's from Achu, I guess, and it's a warring theme, then they'll obviously do a formation that we have. Achu is also known as Inwamanus, it's the land of the birds, so they'll have formations or ways that the birds will be flying and, you know, all those things. When you hear the drums of the Cook Islands and see the dancers come, people go straight away. The moment that drum starts and the dancers come out, people will just, it's that feeling of being able to just gravitate towards it once you see it. Yeah.
For Samoan dancing, the woman, so we also mimic the birds, and our actions are very graceful. We also do what we call a se'e, moving your legs along so that you look as if you're floating or flying. We tend to try and listen to the words and we dance according to the words. So the heart is like fatu, fa'alongo, listen. So we try and incorporate those actions in our dance. Like the sea or the movement of the sea can be like this. So the fatu could also be from your heart, you know, like this, or love like that. The stars in the sky, you could just move your hands like that. We interpret the song in our dance while the men enthusiastically support us from behind.